ULTRAKILL fans, I'm back. Altars of Apostasy. Apostacy. Apostasy. Let's do it. Y'all said this is gonna be good. We're gonna learn as much of these melodies as we can. But let's soak it in for a while first. Oh yeah. Very metal, obviously. Okay, yeah, no, I always feel like this is going to turn into a death metal song. Okay, so here's the deal. I always hear drums first, man. Those drums are sick. You hear them. They're perfectly gut. I love this beat. What do you call this? Da 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 da, where the snare is going faster than the cymbals. And of course, there's the break beat, the dance beat, which could be the same beat they use in like a 90s techno song. Or it could be, you know, it's also very video gamey. I think of the beginning to Mario 64. But let's learn this melody real quick. Goes up. Same thing. Half step up. Nope. There it goes down. Where do we go here? I hear that movement, right? So I'm assuming it goes down. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go. Wait. Oh, wait. Okay, but in the high one there's the same thing, but they changed the high note. Almost the same melody though. But that note, they had to go down a half step there. So I'm sufficiently happy with that progress. I like this melody. That's cool. Okay, let's learn this riff real quick. It's easy. Here we go. So let's go lower. I don't have my distortion, but I have a clean guitar. Walking up the E minor scale. Then I believe, which is down a tritone. The minor 6th scale degree, the C, down to the F sharp, which is the 2nd scale degree, and then back down. And there's some harmony in there and stuff. We don't need to dive in all that. That one's actually easier to hear, I think. The most viewed part, the most listened part. Let's listen to it. I think it just goes to E major right there. Or down a half step. Oh my gosh, it is. Okay, so I was so wrong. It goes down, down, down. Instead of E minor, it goes to E flat major. And I think that's that same G note, which is the third, you know, a G note is a E minor's third. But if you're doing an E flat, it's a major third. And that's a very metal move right there. Let's hear it again, make sure. There's some bam, 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 bam at the end. I don't know that. E flat major. Then it goes to a B flat major over the third. And then it goes, that's the 5 chord. And then it goes to the flat 7 chord, the D flat major. And then I would do like this. You could do it again, right? But they do maybe something slightly different. We're gonna keep moving. This is cool. Back to the beginning. Then the Phrygian riff. Back to this guy. Oh, there's like... Quick note, it is programmed drums, right? It's very much program. That's kind of like on purpose. That's the sound of a video game. It lends itself to video game music, having programmed drums. Onward. It could be real, I don't know. That's what it seems like to me. Remember this part? Again? Dude, it's so cool. Best part so far. Some acoustic guitar I didn't notice the first time around. Last part trips me up, dude. Okay, so it did everything twice, seemingly. Oh, we're swinging. Like B flat minor now, same kind of it's the theme of this song is that it's very rock and roll when I play it like that, right? But they're doing a little bit of different kind of ideas, maybe more minor chords in there or something. But now we're in B flat somehow. I didn't know how it happened, but it happened. Let's back it up and keep going. We're swinging. They're gonna fade us out right here. So that was so sick. I want to listen to it again after I cut the cameras off. I'm definitely listening to that again. And at least my way of doing it is, you'll see I follow the bass down, and that doesn't always work. Like when I was new into guitar, I would assume, okay, so if that's the bass, then the chords would just be like this. But it's not quite like that, right? It's more like this. And now we go down a half step, but that half step down is actually now the third of the new chord, right? And then we go, and then it does it again. And then I don't remember what it did here. In fact, let's see if we can get the little chord progression here. It's like, oh, it does a flat 6. The F sharp is just another major. So a lot of them do work. So it goes, there's your root position chord. Then we got our first inversion chord. Back to root, another first inversion. Then I believe it's another root, and then another root here. And I know these things because I've seen them in other songs, right? So you could guess, and it would take quite a long time. And in fact, that's how you have to do it at the beginning, right? A lot of people are in that phase right now where you're learning how to learn by ear, and it's like so overwhelming. And even still, I'm gonna go into editing this tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I was wrong. Like over 10 years I'm learning like one song. Over 10 years you learn it, you think it's right. 2 years later you try it again, you're like, oh, I missed a spot. 2 years later you try it again, you're like, oh, that whole thing was wrong. A good example of this is Interstate Love Song. Same kind of chords. It does these chords. At least that's what I think it is. Next year I'll come back and realize I was wrong. But before I thought it was just parallel power chords moving down, right? No changes. But that's not how harmony works. That's not how chords work. I mean, it can be, like in this case. The 6 to the 5 chord is just parallel movement, right? And then they go down to this E, and it sounds diminished to me. I don't know. Let's see if we can get that, and then we'll call it. Oh wait, the first chord's not major, minor. That one's major. It kind of sounds like that could work. But I don't know if that's it, but that's pretty much what I got for this. Okay, I actually love listening to music like this, especially because there's no darn lyrics to get in the way. Anyway, if y'all are new to the channel, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Let me know if there's more from this soundtrack, which I'm sure there is, that I should listen to. Until next time, later.